Okay, halacha number 5. The Torah refers to the tzitzis was braided tassels, and tzitzis, fringes. Okay, so there are two words for Torah. In Torah for tzitzis. Okay, so one in very they have a braided tassel, and that's how they have them braided, right? And tzitzis fringes. Okay. Learn from this that the Tzitzis Tassel must consist of both braided portion and a portion that the free hanging string. So that's so it's very interesting when you learn all of the details, you see how halacha develops, right? So how our sages like understood all of the detail, right? It should be braided, as we have a part of it, and it should be free hanging, which is longer part of it. This here sets out on the length of the tassel in the hanging thing, the proportion to the braided and to the free hanging portion. Both of these measurements are rabbinic origin, as we understand. Okay, so basically, what is the proportion between the one that stuff the where is I don't know if you can see. So where you have all of the nuts braided, and this one where you have free tzitzis, free hanging.
I think it's 18 inches, right?
We're going to learn. So okay, one second. It is a custom to make a tzitzis. So when you say 18 inches, so here is we learn halacha. We need to know what is the minimum requirement, basically, right? So okay, minimum up to now it's good. For example, but if it's less than an inch, let's say, it's not good. Let's say, okay. So let's see. The custom to make tzitzis tassels, 5 sets double nuts. Okay, so if you count the nuts, so it should be 5 nuts. Okay. Creating between them 4 links. There is a spaces between the nuts that are filled with a wound string. So now we're going into very interesting detail. So we have 4 nuts. Of course, before in between 4 nuts, you have these 4 spaces. Only 4 between 5. And there is one comment in the 5 sets of nuts set to remind a person about 5 books of the Torah. So it's not for nothing, right? 5 books of the Torah. See also the CF1, which states that the number is also part of the calculation alluding to 613 commandments. As we said, tzitzis is 600 numerical value of tzitzis. You have 5 nuts, right? And you have 8 strings, like on one. So altogether 613. Okay, continue. The exact specification of the nuts and links is now described. So 5 nuts, 4 links. This is 1 inserts the 4 strings into the hole, so that the whole of each string hangs from the side of the hole and half of the other side. So basically, like you even around. So one more time, the way like to tie the tzitzis, it's when you have garment, the first garment, you make holes and then you tie tzitzis. So it would be easier just to do it opposite, to make maybe the nuts and then put it on a garment. But that's not how we do it. So it's all of this is manual. They have to handle it. Of course, they do it they're very quick, but so many of them. Okay. So they have these 4 strings, and they bend it in half. They put it through the holes. So 4 on one side, 4 on another side. All together is 8. Commentary. There is the 2 ends of each 4 strings that were inserted through a hole. As we will see, one of the strings should be longer than the other three. Okay, so that's always, if you see this, so one of them is always longer than another thing. Okay, as it will be around the others, to form the links. So one is not like longer, much longer, and you don't see like in this. I mean, in my, I mean, they know exactly how to do that, so it's only a little different. But in a talus, when a big talus, like when the one that we use for praying, so you see sometimes it's too big. Like it will maybe, I don't know, like 4 inches longer than others. So you see, like you cannot miss. But you always can cut them, like trim it, like before start wearing, you trim it if they're too long. It is inserted so that one side of the hole, on the one side of the hole, it's in the same length at the other string, and on the other side of the hole. Okay. After the winding process is completed, this string too will be equal in the length of other strings. So basically, they know after they do, I don't know, even I would figure out after, I don't know, maybe 5 or 10 or 20, you will figure out exactly the length that you need for this extra, so you would not waste. So you try not to waste things, especially that since it was made for a mitzvah. Okay, continue. He then ties them together with 2 knots. Okay, together with 2 knots, the 4 ends on one side and of a unit, and 4 ends on the other side of the unit, and tying these 2 sides together, double knot. So basically, we're talking about. I don't know if you see it. So this is the 2 knots that we're talking about, right? So that's how you end. You have this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You have 4 spaces, and this final 2 knots. Okay. Continue. He then winds with a long string, referred to the shamash. So shamash is like a helper, literally assistant. Okay. It is used to wrap the other strings. Okay, just as the system helps the other. Okay, 7 revolution around the other 7 strings. So one goes another 7 times. Okay, 7 times. 1 second. 7 strings, and then ties the all 8 strings again with another 2 knots. So basically, between between these links, you always have like double knot. Okay, so of course they would not untie. That's understandable. This is complete the first link. So I don't know if you can see. If I show you the picture, so you tell me if you can see. Can you see the picture?
I see it. In my book, I also have the pictures.
Okay. So first, all right. So very nice. So the first link. Let's read what it says in the picture. So the first is 2 knots, right? So the link is 7 revolution, right? Then 2 knots, then 8, 11, and 13, and between them you have double knot. Okay. So basically, as it says, so that like, still looking at the picture. So the knotted area is 1/3 of the length, right? And this free hanging is 2/3 of the length. Okay, so if you want longer, you can have longer. But that's like perfect ratio. Okay. Complete the link. Continue. He then winds a shamash another 8 revolutions. I mean, we have picture. It's understandable, but let's read it through. Around the other strings, then ties 2 knots to complete the second link. He then winds a shamash 11 revolution and ties another 2 knots. He completes the 3rd link. He then winds the shamash around the final 13 revolutions and ties, so it's last one, right? And ties 2 more knots. Completed the 4th final link. There are now 4 links surrounded by 5 knots, 5 sets of double knots. Commentary. So, okay, I mean that's we just describe what we saw in the picture. The Rabbinian custom with regard to the number of revolutions in each of the 4 links. Tzitzis Shulchan Aruch, Mishnah Brura. Mishnah Brura explains the reason for this custom cited by Kitzur as follows: the number of revolutions in the first 2 links combined equal 15. So it's 7 and 8, right? 15. Numerical value of name of HaShem. It means Yud Hey. Yud is 10 and Hey is 5, right? Together with the 11 revolutions, the 3rd link is 26. So 26, as we know, it's another name of HaShem. Wow. The numerical value of the full name of HaShem, that's the name Yud K Vav K that we pronounce Adoi, right? When we for a prayers. Okay. The 4th link contains 13 revolutions, equal to the numerical value to Echot, 1. Okay. Together, therefore, the 4 links read HaShem is 1. 1 is HaShem, right? Echot, HaShem is 1. Unbelievable. Okay, so it's all very it's our tradition, Kabbalistically, right? So other people, as it says in this commentary, they have different styles. How they, I'm not sure how many about the evolutions. What is the numbers they use? I'm not sure, but basically there is you can clearly see Ashkenazic style. Right, that's clearly, that's in the picture, that's what we use. There is Chabad style also, and there is Sephardic style. I think that there may be another style or 2, I'm not sure. But those are 3 main ones. Okay, so let's continue. Since it is considered beneficial, the beautification of the tzitzis, that all of the links should be of equal length, despite the fact each one links is made up a different number of the revolution. Therefore, when one is winding the shamash string at first link, which contains smallest amount of revolution, he should distance the revolution slightly from each other. So basically, when you look at the tzitzit, that's what you see. One of them very tight, and one of them are very loose. So to make it beautiful, that's, I mean, you have to be professional. Not professional, I mean at least practice. So he should distance revolutions slightly from each other. In a second link, in which there are more revolutions, he should bring them a bit closer together by winding them a bit tighter, so that the length of the link will equal to the previous one. The same progression should be employed with the 3rd and 4th link, and there are more, so much tighter, right? So that the 4 links will each be in equal length. So because it's like a string, it's it's soft, so you can press when needed. The measurement of the full length of this string tassels, when fully formed and knotted, is from uppermost knot to the closest to the garment until the end of the strings. Okay, so it's a very long sentence. Must be at least 12 thumb breadths long. Okay, so what does it mean? 12 thumb breadths long. So they say it is between 9.6 and 11.4 inches. This measurement, let's read and they explain. This measurement applies to the time that the tzitzis at the first are fixed to the garment. Regarding the halacha that applies when some of the strings were severed, after being affixed properly. So we're going to see halacha number 13. So we're going to say, like, if it got ripped, what could be like minimum length that they say it's still kosher. So one more time, we're talking about the measurement of full length of Tzitzis Tassels when fully knotted, form and knotted. So we're talking about complete. So it says from uppermost knot, meaning the knot that tied to the garment, to the closest to the garment, that is closest to the garment, right? Until the end of the strings. So basically, the must be at least 12 thumb. So basically, the shortest tzitzis must be like 10, like 9.5, 10 inches. So basically, like I was, what is it, 10 inches, like this, something like this. Okay, I think like the book is 10 inches or so. Okay, so that's minimum requirement. Okay. The beauty of the tzitzis also requires that all of the links together, there is a complete the braided part and the top of the tassels should equal a third of the overall Tzitzis Tassel. So as we saw in the picture, so I mean when it's in a balance, it's always like makes sense, right? I mean looks better. Okay. And the part of the tassel that is made up of hanging strings should be 2/3 of the overall tassel, as we said, right? I mean, if it's that one is 1/3, so those the hanging strings 2/3. Okay, this is the optimal arrangement. However, even if the braided part makes up most, but not all of the tassels, meaning it's possible that this the hanging one is very short. We're going to learn. The tzitzit is still valid. Likewise, the fringes made up more than 2/3 the entire tassel is common, is also acceptable. So there is no problem. I mean, me personally, I like when it's a little longer. So it's a little longer. Okay. So continue. Therefore, in order that the ratio should be achieved, he should make sure that each link in its accompanying knot measures a thumb breadth at length. Okay. So that all of the links together will be equal to the 4 thumb breadths. So basically, they give you like how to make it perfect. All of the parts of the tassel made up with the hanging strings should be 8 thumb breadths. One more time. All of the parts of the tassel made up of the hanging strings should be 8 thumb breadths. So like minimum of 8. Not the 8 thumb breadths, meaning this what we said before. Okay. If the length of the hanging strings will be longer than 8 thumb breadths, you should make the links 2 slightly longer, so that 1/3 of the 1/3 to 2/3 proportion is preserved. Basically, they say how to make it like look nice. It is good to make sure that to all of the knots of the tzitzis, from the 4 corners of the originally hang down on one side of the hole, while the 4 strings that originally hang down from the other side. So one more time, and let me try to understand. It is good to make sure that all the 4 knots of the tzitzis from the 4 strings that originally hung down on one side of the hole, with all of the 4 strings that really hung on the other side of the hole, other side. So commentators say, and we're going to explain what does it mean. So many they're trying to tell us that it has to be proportional on all of the 4 tzitzis. I mean, otherwise it looks ridiculous. There is the middle of the in the middle of the knotting process. One should not form the knot by randomly choosing any 4 strings to tie with remaining 4. Rather, one should take the 4 fringes that originally were hanging from the other side of the hole and tie them with the remaining 4 fringes that were hanging down from the other side. Okay. It's on one hand, it's all technical details. On another hand, I mean, we need to at least to read it once. So we of course, most likely, no, I don't want to say, of course, most likely we're not going to do them, all of the fringes, but at least we need to go over these details at least once. Okay. In this way, each of the 4 original strings will end up with half of the hanging down on one side. If one of the final on one side of the final knot of the tassel, and one half on another. Okay. Commentary. So they say see picture. So I show you my picture. No. See below. They say see below. It's not picture. See below. It's C13. Okay, we're going to get to it. Commentary. If the tassel was made in this way, the result will be that both halves of the same string can be hanging down from the side of the lowest knot, which is ridiculous, right? The disadvantage that would result from situation will be explained below. Okay. It's a little technical, but I hope you're okay. You okay? So to go once through the technical things.
It's okay. We'll get through it. We get through it.
But me personally, I mean, I'm not planning to make the tzitzis, but at least I feel very bad to skip things in the halacha. It's a big disrespect. So if our sages put it, so they put it for a reason, and we get in the word as we said for every word, for every letter that we learn. Okay.